Hello everybody, Humblind here. I'm driving to work and going to redo more or less the video of the live feed that I had yesterday, which came out with no audio. And I think I know why, so this should be better. Basically, I'm giving a recap of who I am, what I believe in my hat making, and where I'm trying to go, what I'm trying to accomplish. So, thanks for subscribing to my subscribers. I appreciate it, really do. Almost to 500. If you haven't subscribed, please do hit a like, and it'll help promote the channel. So anyhow, what am I doing in the hat world, or what am I trying to accomplish? What I'm trying to accomplish is to give the ability for everybody to have a good quality hat at not an exorbitant price. I think that custom hat makers charge way too much money, way more than they have to, and it keeps people away from buying hats. So I have a method that I use to bring that price down, and it really does keep the price down. You'll have to get a hold of me if you want to know how it works exactly. I do have a video with the price sheet to kind of give you an idea. But if we talk business, then we'll get more into it. Today I'm wearing my Nutria with the royal binding on it. So that's kind of my overall goal, to be able to get everybody out there a hat who wants a hat, and to be at a price well enough that those that are on the fence about whether or not they should get a hat can get a hat, and finally decide that there is a style for them. Because I believe that every head has a hat that will fit it, that'll look good. So that's my goal. Where I'm at the moment is trying to get some orders. I have sent a hat out to my man in Virginia, which you should be getting originally today, but I think it'll probably be arrive there over the weekend or Monday. And he's put in an order already for a second hat, a gambler hat. The first one was a whiskey drinking hat, 100% Beaver, whiskey brown. So that's Donald's whiskey hat. He asked me what I thought about naming the hats. That is the hat's name. It's Donald's whiskey hat. So if you catch a video and you see it, you like it, that's how you can refer to it. For me, a hat has a shape, like his whiskey hat. It's a RCA crease. It's an RCA with coffin crease on the top. Sides are pulled up, 4-inch brim, in a whiskey brown color. That's the baseline. Everybody can understand what I'm talking about. But we're calling it Donald's whiskey hat. So that's how we're going to do it. You buy a hat, that hat gets your name on it. Will be forever referred to as yours. So on the way, I got the felt for Donald's gambling hat. So that's exciting. I'm putting effort out there trying to actually make this thing a go. Initially doing hats was what I undertook because the hat makers that I called to talk to were way too much money. They said $600 down and probably be $1,200 out the door. And I make ice cream, and so I'm thinking in my head, man, I'm in the wrong business. So like, I can make my own hat. I know I can. I'm sure I can do it. So I bought a felt, did it up, turned out pretty good. Bought some more felts, did them up. They turned out pretty good. I bought felts that needed to be stiffened. They turned out all right. There's stiffening the felt. There's more things that can go wrong when you're trying to produce a hat. So I'm trying to not go that route so much. Not when I can order the bodies pre-stiffened. It cuts that whole, eliminates that whole aspect of trying to put a hat together. Saves a day of production, because you gotta let the shellac dry. Saves a day of production, saves a little bit of man hours, and the price is nominal, you know, as far as saving money to add the stiffener myself. It's a very little amount that I would be saving, so it's worth it just to buy them pre-stiffened. And the company I go through, the bodies come out of the Czech Republic, and they come stiff. They do a really good job. The company has been doing their thing for, I believe, a couple centuries. So it's been around for a long time. Been doing what they do for a long time. The other place that supplies the world in hat bodies is in Portugal. There's one here in the United States as well, but I've heard that their felt comes with some irregularities. It's not very, the thickness isn't very even, and I just don't want to have to deal with that. So I don't go through them, I go through the other guys. So FEPSA in Portugal, their felts are about twice as much as what I'm getting them from where I get them. The reason they're twice as much is that they're really good felts, one, and FEPSA has revolutionized the felt production process. They modernized all their machines and have undertaken it more as a science, not so much as an art. Well, making hats is an art, so I'll get an art body and make an art hat. Let the big companies and the big mass producers go through FEPSA, do what they do, and I'll go my route. So where do I hope to go with this in the future? I hope to do this for, well, I'll probably just keel over one day while I'm doing it. I was talking, and the cool thing about making hats is it's not something that your body will tell you, can't do it anymore. You've had too much. It's too physically demanding. It is physically demanding, sort of, kind of, but not that much. It's more skill-based process where every hat that you make, the next one's going to be a little bit better. And every hat you make, it's going to be a little bit better. So, with each hat that gets a little bit better, the technique gets a little bit better. The process gets a little bit easier, more refined. And I just plan on doing it forever. Why not? So I got room right now in my schedule book for orders. So if you want a hat from me, a quality hat, done up, send me a message on YouTube. I got an email, JDFox, that's JDFox273 @gmail.com. Send me a message and I guarantee I'll get back to you. If you send me a message on YouTube, I'll get back to you on YouTube. I look at all my subscribers, every single one, and check them out. If their profiles are public, I'm looking at you, getting to know, see who you are. I want to know who my people are. And some people have private profiles where I can't see who they are, but I still am glad that they're subscribing, watching my content. But anyways, if you interact with me on YouTube, send me a message on YouTube, I will get back to you. That much you can count on. So, I look forward to the future, look forward to meeting new friends and sending my crafts out there into the world. Once, many years ago, I had a friend, his name was Doug. I called him Notorious D-U-G. He looked at me one day this is when I was a wildland firefighter, and we just got back, and it was my turn to buy the keg of beer that we were going to drink for the next 2 days, and as a crew, on our days off, and living in Lake Tahoe. And Doug, he looks at me one day and he says, JD, I don't know if you have style, but you have a style. So, and I looked at him, I said, thanks, Doug, I appreciate it. So, you buy a hat from me, I'm giving you a little bit of my style. And I hope you like it.